Nancy Lublin is the founder and CEO of Crisis Text Line. The World Economic Forum named her a young global leader, and Fortune magazine put her on their list of the world's 50 greatest leaders. Pretty good company to be in. Well, Nancy Lublin came to our region recently to address the Springfield Public Forum, and she made time to talk with us to explain Crisis Text Line and more.
I almost can't take credit for it. It sort of happened organically. I was running a different organization called DoSomething.org, which is the largest organization for young people in America, and kids just started texting in about their horrible feelings. And so it was basically what's called an edge case. It was like an out-of-flow case, an exception that we just kept triaging. And so I finally said, look, if they want to share these things by text, maybe somebody needs to create a hotline by text.
And yet, think of it though, being able to call in silently for help in the case of domestic violence, maybe who knows what situation might be going on, to be able to do it with somebody not knowing you're doing it can be a lifesaver.
Our volume grows every day at lunchtime. People are texting us from the lunchroom, from the cafeteria, and you think that they're texting their mom or the cute boy across the cafeteria, and actually they're texting us. We get things in the heat of the moment. You don't have to wait till a private moment later when no one's around. And so because we get them in the heat of the moment, it means that that's the exact time where we can tip them to a healthy decision and get them from hot to cool, right then in that moment.
The number I've seen quoted, and I don't know how recent this is, 13 million texts for help.
23 million.
23 million. That's an old 23 million.
Yeah, talk to me tomorrow, it'll be more.
Yeah, 23 million people.
23 million messages exchanged. Yeah, messages exchanged. So it's not as many people.
Right.
But yeah, messages exchanged. But still, we have to process all those messages. You know, I have boys in hoodies in the office doing all the technology, right? Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. And you've gone international, and that brings its own set of challenges, if only in areas of language.
Yeah, we are working on expanding internationally. I think that will happen in the second half of 2017. We'll do about 3 different English-speaking countries, and then 2018 other parts of the world. I'm really excited because in those parts of the world there's nothing. In a lot of places there's really nothing. Women can't drive. There are not a lot of shelters. The population is largely rural, and there's very little data about what's going on. And what we have is a very large data set now to be able to map what's happening, and that'll be really exciting in other countries too.
Yeah, I want to talk about that, and I know your talk specifically to the Springfield Public Forum is how tech and big data can save lives, and we've already touched on that with the Crisis Text Line, but obviously there's more.
You know, we're at a Web 3.0. Web 2.0 was social, where people were connecting with each other, and Web 3.0 is really the power of data to change things. Information can lead to change, and you can do good things with it or bad things with it. It's like a lightsaber. It can be blue or red. There you go. I'm a little, that was a Star Wars reference. I'm a little nerdy. It can be blue or red, and my hope is that we all wield it, you know, for good.
Touching on what you said a couple of answers ago, using the experiential data, information you've gotten from Crisis Text Line, you're now working on crisis trends, looking at, you know, it strikes me as kind of granular, kind of raw info, what you're hearing, from where, from who, how much. That tells you a lot, doesn't it?
Sure. We know the worst time of day for various things, like substance abuse. Can you guess the worst time of day for substance abuse? By far.
I'm guessing first thing in the morning before you got to go to work?
Yeah, 5 a.m.
That's a little scary that I know that.
The worst day of the week for eating disorders.
Sunday night before you go back to work?
Yeah,
Monday?
Sunday. You're good.
I got a lot of problems,
You're
apparently.
Good. You're tapped in. Anyway, most people are surprised by these answers. And so, or that cutting, that self-harm happens just as much during the school day as not during the school day. So it's a school issue as much as it is a family issue. So this information is so important to journalists, policymakers, families, school administrators, researchers, everyone.
You're also, I'm going to go back a little bit in history, but I think it's an organization, even us non-digital, non-millennials know, you're the force behind Dress for Success, helping women who couldn't afford them get clothing at low cost, to go for a job interview, to go for school, to go for work, all aimed at breaking the cycle of poverty that women especially can find themselves trapped in.
At no cost, free suit for a job interview, and then when you get a job, you come back and get up to a week's worth of clothing, and they show you how to mix and match, because the skirt that you wear on Saturday night is a little different than the skirt you wear on Monday morning. And women's clothing is complicated. You could wear that blazer again tomorrow.
Exactly.
With
Nobody
a different shirt
knows.
and tie, nobody would know.
Nobody
But if
knows.
I wear this jacket tomorrow, y'all are going to wonder where I slept and be talking about me. So it's different. It's just different. Women's clothing is very different. Yeah, dress for success. I'm also a New England girl from the area.
You've got, well, yeah, you were telling us you grew up in Hartford,
I
right?
grew up in Hartford. I grew up going to Agawam, to
Riverside Park.
Yeah, and a
And Six
Whalers
Flags.
fan. Yeah.
Well, a few things have changed, as we noted.
Things have
But,
changed. And then some things haven't.
and you are a Yankee fan, which we have forgiven you. And to be honest, as you noticed, quite a few members of the staff here on your side.
And you know, growing
So
up
it's
in
okay.
Hartford, half the people really were Yankee.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. We often hear our young people, the millennials, are disaffected and alienated from society and politics. You were CEO of something called DoSomething.org, and I know the crisis text line, as you mentioned, kind of grew out of things that were happening there. You guided that to become the world's largest youth organization. So you're dealing with the kids, as I call them.
They are.
Yeah, you know, the 20-somethings who are, I find so interesting.
I love them.
I don't find them alienated. They're alienated from the baloney that's happened, that kind of my generation has created.
Yeah.
But they realize, they get it, that it's their world soon, if not now, and they better be involved and interested and maybe change it.
I think they're more switched on actually than my generation was, or really than your generation was. They're really very switched. They see a heck of a lot more than we ever did, thanks to the internet. They are so much more informed, and they can fact check on their own thanks to the internet. They're wired at all times, and I'm really excited for what happens when they come into their own power.
You've talked and written about creating a culture of impact. What does that mean?
I just don't think we're all here to like eat, sleep, and reproduce. I think we're here to do something more fun than all of those things, believe it or not. And I really like to eat. I think that a culture of impact is all about having everybody in an organization matter, internally and externally.
One final question, not a lot of time left. This year's presidential election, so nasty on so many levels. Do you worry that has endangered future engagement of our young people? What are you seeing? What are you sensing? Or is it saying to them, it's so bad, I better get in there and be part of the change?
I think there, unfortunately, are a lot of losers in this campaign season. Grammar, democracy, journalism, a pipeline. I think you're absolutely right. I'm not sure who would want to step into this arena now, and we need more great young people to run for school boards and for local office and climb up that ladder. Yeah, I hope a lot more women are inspired to get in and see this as possible. I'm trying to not sort of declare a side here, but wink, wink. Put it this way, I'm not with him. That's all I'll say.
Well, there are 2 women and 2 men nationally, so
Yeah, I'm not
folks,
with him.
work on it.
There you go.
Nancy Lublin, thanks for coming to Springfield. Thanks for spending some time with us.